My name's Andrea Viani-Duggan. I have just finished my final year here in the Graduate Entry Veterinary Medicine programme at University College Dublin. So my background is a little bit non-conventional. I started out pursuing a science degree, so I graduated with a degree in neuroscience. I've spent a significant amount of time working in laboratory setting. I also spent a lot of time working in the retail setting as well, in public-facing roles, as well as pursuing a number of veterinary roles, both prior and during my studies here at UCD. I became interested in studying veterinary medicine when I was 19. My dog Freckles, he developed an illness. I became very interested in how it was treated. I always knew I wanted to pursue a vocation as a profession, and I don't think it had quite clicked until that moment that he did get sick. Thankfully, he made it through that particular portion of illness, but it was certainly, that was the defining moment for me. My experience at UCD has definitely been one of a kind. I have had opportunities to pursue research. I've had opportunities to visit places and practices that I never thought was possible. I've had 4 years under the dedicated expertise of incredible professors, tutors, and final year in college was an incredible means of amalgamating 3 years of very hard work into a year that was very difficult, but it was an incredible learning experience which I feel has prepared me very well for clinical practice. I'm conducting research here with Professor Arun Kumar. We are looking at evaluating the network pharmacology of cannabidiol to assess its safety for use in the domestic dog. As you're aware, there are a number of CBD products that are available both in pet shops and online, of an increasing availability here in Ireland as well. There are many reports of demonstrated adjunctive therapeutic efficacy for conditions such as osteoarthritis, epilepsy, skin conditions, and even cancer. So the purpose of my research is, in simple terms, to identify what is termed the endocannabinoidome, which is the lipid signaling network to which all of these cannabinoid products interact. My project specifically focuses on 6 of the most common cannabinoid compounds that would be found in these product formulations. The endocannabinoidome is a vast lipid signaling network to which these cannabinoid products bind. So one of the objectives of my research is to formally define the endocannabinoidome, or this collection of targets in the domestic dog. The second goal of my research is to define the individual drug-target interactions that exist between the 6 cannabinoid compounds and the receptors that are found in the domestic dog. The means through which I found the canine receptors, the first step involved identification and molecular characterization of the 6 most common cannabinoid compounds that are found in these marketed preparations of CBD supplements. The next step involved identifying and characterizing the targets to which these cannabinoid compounds bind in the human body. I then found the homologue, or the equivalent, genetic equivalent, in the domestic dog. From here, I then further carved novel targets within the domestic dog that are linked, either both exclusive or mutual targets. Through further analysis of the individual drug-target interactions that are found between these 6 cannabinoid compounds and the targets to which they bind in the domestic dog. What I thought was really interesting about this research was I was reading the actual framework that Arun created that is employed in this project. I actually think that it's very translatable to other species. So, you know, keeping in mind my interest in One Health, this framework potentially could be used in the context of any drug in any other species. It could be used to look at X drug in horses or Y drug in rabbits. The actual fundamental principles through which this study is designed, its potential for application, I think, is actually very, very exciting. The fact that, like, my study started off looking at human targets, I then went and found the equivalent targets in the dog. It's already its foundation. That is One Health. I'm deriving canine data from human data. I suppose the ultimate output of what I'd like to see is, I feel, through better understanding of how cannabinoids work in the dog, I hope that one day this might progress towards increased therapeutic application of CBD, because we see the impact that it has on humans. There's increasing amount of evidence of its therapeutic efficacy in dogs and in other species too. It's very exciting to think of what could the future hold if we gain a better understanding of exactly how this works. We know how we can deliver an impactful therapeutic product safely. What promise could that hold in the future for, like, future drugs and future medicines that might be available that aren't available at present? So I suppose that's the whole thing in my mind, is it's all about increasing the availability of medicines that maybe right now aren't available just because we don't understand it well enough, but maybe in the future we might. Now that I have finished my studies here at UCD, focus is primarily on continuing my research work here. I will be volunteering at a number of conferences this summer, for which I'm very, very excited, both in Ireland and in the UK. And I will be starting my job this summer in small animal practice, for which I am very excited. I am looking forward to meeting my new clients and patients. I do have a number of interests I do pursue outside of my studies. I love art, I love to draw. I've had a very strong interest in fashion since I was a young girl. I think it's very important that you do keep up all of your hobbies whilst you are studying. Work-life balance is incredibly important, and that is ultimately what's going to help you get through the years of study you do. I also play violin. I enjoy performing as part of groups, and I love performing solo, and I love hiking. I love to bring my dogs on hikes and walks on the beach and hikes in the woods. Many of my year be very familiar with my two beagles. It's a very nice way of being able to switch off, particularly when, you know, college can be very, very intense and there's a lot of assignments and there's a lot of work going on. It's just a really nice way to be able to switch off and use that creative side.